Hello 30 Rockers and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 285 of my journey towards better health through a raw foods plant-based diet, and it's also day 2 of the 30-day raw food kickoff, or kickstart as it were. We're trying to retake over the journey and start to make better choices again. And I know several of you have joined me. Some of you are doing raw, some are doing 70-30, 8-10-10, whatever it is. You've decided that, you know what, it's October, I'm not waiting for the new year to make a resolution. I made some goals at the beginning of 2010. I've hit some, others I haven't hit, and I need to get re-energized and reinvigorated right now. And so that's what you're doing, and I'm doing it right alongside with you. Day 2. One of the things I did today is I revisited day 2, the original real day 2, and saw what I had to say. And one of the things that was interesting about watching that video was on yesterday's video, Shush Lorraine, who is a big fan and great contributor and has been with us for a long time, made the comment that she got started again just yesterday, and it wasn't a great day, had some struggles, but it was still a better day. And one of the things I said on the original day 2 was that what this is all about is really just getting better each and every day. And so, Shush Lorraine, I think you're on the right track. And I think that as long as you're making that mental commitment to keep trying to get better and better each and every day, that you will get there. I feel like I'm going to get there as long as I continue to go down on this path and on this journey. Yesterday I shared a story about when I was a young boy and I was landscaping, and talked about some fence posts that we dug. And it also got me thinking about another story, and let me give you that same perspective but from a slightly different angle. One of the things that when you're green, when you're new and you're young at landscaping, that you do, because you don't have a lot of skills, you can dig a hole with a post hole digger, and you can also lay sod. And so I laid a lot of sod. And what was interesting about laying sod is that you'd grab that first roll. I mean, the trailers would show up and there would just be mountains and mountains of sod. You'd be looking at a yard that was just black dirt, and you'd grab that first roll and you'd go and you'd lay it down. And you'd walk away and you'd make sure it was kind of in the right spot. It didn't really look like anything had been accomplished. You'd stand all the way back by the curb, and there's this green dot, up by the house where you'd laid a piece of sod. And you'd grab another one and you'd go and you'd do it again, and again and again until you were done. But you knew after that first roll of sod that you laid down that you were nowhere near done, and you had to keep going and keep going and keep going to get done. And the thing that was interesting about that is that it didn't take a lot of sod. Probably after the first 20 to 30 to 40 rolls, depending upon the yard. Sometimes bigger yard might take a longer time, 60 rolls, before you really started noticing, hey, things are changing. I'm making a difference here. And you kind of get re-excited because you're like, okay, look at how good this is starting to look. And I think that each day in our journey is kind of like one of these rolls of sod, is that we don't notice after that first one, and as you're lugging that second one back up the hill, it's hard and you say, oh, this is a lot of work and it's a hot day. But after you put more and more rolls together, you start to like what you're starting to see, and it becomes fun. And so that's what I encourage you to do, is start putting some of these days back to back. My day 2 was good. I stayed raw, but I tell you what, I was cranky at times. I was moody. I had some things not go the way I expected them to go, and I probably got a little bit more excited, angry, whatever it will be, than maybe I normally would have. But I took it in stride, and I talked to people, and I just was able to maintain. So I encourage you to keep making good choices, to keep laying that next roll of sod each and every day, because I think it's just really vital for us to see the result. We just got to keep doing it, and it's going to be hard work. And if you're making better choices each and every day, then I encourage you to continue to do that. We will see the results, and it will pay off. So until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on.